What It Takes radio company, helping you reach a worldwide audience. And today, from the Transformation Zone, we'd like to welcome you to a new podcast. Yes, a new podcast that truly is a matter of life and death. Because in the Transformation Zone, we have the Transplant Zone Podcast. Here's the story. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is Stan the Radio Man, and I'm in a brand new place. People oftentimes say, Stan, you're always up to something new. And I would say, well, hopefully at this age and stage, it's something good and new. But I think that is for sure true today. Well, let me tell you the story. You know that. That's what I always do. Let me tell you the story. I was looking for some new friends here in the Raleigh-Durham area after moving from Arizona so that we could take care of family needs. And I found out that there was a small group of men who met for breakfast. It was a Christian men's group called the New Canaan Society. And they meet for breakfast and to share concerns and perhaps a little courage and inspiration with one another. And Gary came in, and he was wearing his famous red hat. And you'll find out more about his red hats. He has scads of them because his red hat said, "Help, I will." Help. Oh, I looked at that, and he smiled. We introduced each other, and sat down, and I looked kind of, how he was. I said, I thought, is he wearing a bulletproof vest? Is something like that? Because it kind of looked like, that there was something that was kind of big and bold right from his chest. Well, it wasn't a bulletproof vest, but it was something that kept him alive. What it was is Gary is suffering from heart failure. He should be dead. As he said, I should have been dead a number of times. He said, I am really a cat man. 7, 8, 9 lives maybe. Gary's heart has failed. And as I oftentimes say when I introduce him, and this is my friend Gary, he's fully alive, but he has no pulse, which is true. You'd feel there's no pulse. You see, because in effect, he doesn't have a heartbeat. It is the pump with the batteries that keeps the blood circulating and keeps him alive. He literally is the $6 million battery man in some kind of sense. He lives every day, every hour, every minute, every second, where he is kept alive in the transplant zone. Now, I've learned to love him and understand him and learn from him. And then being a radio guy, I simply said, you've told me so many stories. Why don't we do a podcast called The Transplant Zone? And Gary said, yeah, let's do that. Now, you see, this is the wonderful thing about podcasting. This is going to be a very helpful program, maybe to hundreds of people, maybe thousands of people. But it's not the kind of program that we could take to, let's say, where we are in the Raleigh-Durham area, which is a major market, at least a significant market. And the radio program would say, well, there aren't enough people who would listen to the Transplant Zone, and so they probably wouldn't have it. But that's a thrive, and that is the thriftiness, and that is the wonder of podcasting. That we don't need big towers and transmitters and thousands of watts of electricity to get our message all around the world. With a simple microphone that's right here in front of me, and a little light up there which shines in my glasses, with a computer, with a $20 software, we can broadcast just as I am, both video and audio radio around the world. And we're going to be talking about the transplant zone. Now, there are all kinds of transplants, I found out. Solid organ kidney is the one that's the most popular and which you've heard about. And part of that is the reason is that it doesn't necessarily have to be a person who died, that there could be a match among a relative or oftentimes a sibling. And since you don't need both kidneys, it would be nice that sometimes you can actually donate a living kidney to a living person. But it's a transplant. Liver, yeah. Heart, lung. My good friend Deb, who is very much involved in cystic fibrosis as a result of a situation with her family. They're holding a gala, and one of the speakers will be a woman who's still alive because she received a double lung transplant, and that's kept her alive. Intestines, often combined multi-organ when needed. And now it's going and growing, and you've oftentimes maybe heard of the face transplant. It is a major way of helping people to live better. And Gary said, I'd like to do that. So I'm just introducing the introduction. He's going to be here to do the first program. And you're going to find that not only does he have a sense of a beautiful spirit, but energy and personality. You're going to find he's a bit of a clown. He is truly a man who said, Stan, when this happened to me, I wasn't just going to sit, dour and dopey and wait for hopefully a call from the hospital. That's not living. He said, what this has done for me, it has really encouraged me to do what I always wanted to do, is really appreciate every day of life that I have and to use it to the best of my ability to help others. And that's his story. Now, what we're hoping to do is that we would like to encourage people to obviously, be like me in the sense that I would welcome when the person says, are you a donor? I say, absolutely. When they say that at the driver's license, would you say, of course? Certainly encourage people because we need more availabilities. The waiting list is long for everyone who needs a transplant. And we're hoping that we'll hear their stories, encourage people to do what they can, and help bring resources together, bring stories of encouragement, helping each of them who live in the transport zone, transported into the transplant zone, helping them find ways of being more fully alive and enjoying the life they now have, which is, as he says, truly every day is a gift. Every day is a gift. I should be dead, but I'm not. Well, that's what this program is going to be about. This is just the introduction. We're hoping that you will be in touch with us. If you know people who would be a part of a program like this, would enjoy, Stan, S-T-A-N, at witradio.net. Stan at witradio.net. And when Gary comes, he'll give you all kinds of other information and resources and stories so that the people who are in the zone can find and help one another. And those of us who may someday be in the zone have higher awareness and higher appreciation of what it means. And of course, we can all have a greater sense of love and empathy as we all take time to appreciate the life we have. And if we can, as best as we can, to share it with others. All of that can happen from the transplant zone. All the best and blessings to you. Stan at witradio.net. Till the first show. Bye for now.